Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is Hopeful Chewbacca at the Church of Chewbacca, and today we're going to rank the NL West Future Stars cards from the team affinities. We're going to rank them 1 through 5 within the division. As always, some of the things we are looking at are their attributes, of course. Those are the most important things, right? Whether or not they're a good hitter, good fielder, fast, as well as their quirks. Or if they are a pitcher, they have a good windup or a hit and release point that makes it harder to see the ball, as well as some other things that could be of importance is if they can play certain secondary positions. The left-handed or right-handedness of the batter or pitcher does not matter because that will affect their attributes, obviously, especially for the hitters. Anyway, guys, before we get into this, you should probably hit that subscribe button so we can keep creating great content. And then now, let's get into it. At the 5th spot, we have the starting pitcher, Ryan Rolison. He is a 91 overall diamond, future stars for the Colorado Rockies, left-handed throwing, 6'2", 195 pounds, so pretty decent-sized pitcher. He has a 5-pitch repertoire, and within that repertoire, he throws a 4-seam fastball, curveball, changeup, slider, and 2-seam fastball. He'll hit about 96 on the gun max. He has a pretty decent slow ball and changeup that has a good change of pace, coming in at 70 miles per hour on that curveball and 80 miles an hour on that changeup. And they have pretty decent movement. I faced him a few times in the National League Stage 2 Showdown, as well as 1 or 2 times in the event. Doesn't have amazing fast stuff, but he does have decent break on his pitches. He also seems to have what would be an easy windup to throw with. However, he doesn't really hide the ball or anything when you're batting against him. But it seems like a lot of guys have decent control with him. So I would assume that the card's pretty easy to pitch with. Take a quick look at his attributes. 93 stamina, not too bad at 93. That means he should be able to go in about the 7th inning of the game before he starts to fatigue. Maybe the 6th, depending how many pitches you throw per inning. He has 83 hits per 9, 94 K per 9. 82 base on balls per 9, 60 home run per 9. That's not a very good attribute. That's not what you want to see. Very low home runs per 9. Personally, don't like that about that card. Part of the reason why it's coming in at the 5th spot here. 88 pitching clutch, 84 control with 72 velocity. As we've said, he's not really burning guys up with his fastball or anything. He's more going to be a change of pace type of pitcher, maybe a pitch to contact type of guy. But I don't know if you really want to pitch to contact with a guy that has 60 home run per 9. With 94 break, as I mentioned, he has some decent break on his off-speed stuff. Take a quick look at his quirks. His quirks are pressure cooker, workhorse, stingy, untouchable, control artist, sinker baller, knee buckler, and illusionist. So he actually has really good quirks that don't really match his attributes, if I'm being honest. So maybe with some of these quirks, it makes him a little bit harder to hit. When I faced him the one time in the event, I scored 2 runs off of him. But I do start with lefties in the beginning of my lineup. Well, Brujan's a switch hitter. But I do start with lefties for the most part in the beginning of my lineup for the future stars that I have unlocked already. So maybe the lefty-on-lefty matchup didn't give me the best matchups for against him because they don't hit left-handed pitching as well. But I feel like he wasn't the easiest pitcher to hit, and when I did hit, I didn't get nasty exit velocities. The ball that I hit out for a home run, perfect fly ball. So that was pretty much going out no matter what. I do like his quirks, though. The attributes are just kind of lacking for me, which is why Rolison comes in at number 5 on this list. Also, a quick note, he's number 2 in the Colorado Rockies organization, the number 1 pitcher. Anybody that is a Rockies fan knows that they need pitching help, so hopefully this guy in real life can help out the Rockies with some of their pitching woes over in Coors Field. He's not in the top 100 for Baseball Prospectus or Baseball America, never ever was. Anyway, guys, he just comes in at number 5. It's just not the best card, especially not in this division where there's 4 other pretty good cards. At number 4, we have the future star center fielder for the Arizona Diamondbacks, Alek Thomas. 94 overall, diamond hitting, diamond defense, secondary positions of left field and right field. He bats left-handed, throws left-handed. 5'11", 175 pounds. So a little bit of a smaller guy. He's only 19 years old, so he might grow a little bit in real life. We'll see. He is number 2 in the Arizona Diamondbacks organization, 54 in Baseball Perspective, and 87th in Baseball America. So he's a top 100 prospect throughout Major League Baseball, almost in the top 50 for Baseball Prospectus. So he's a pretty decent talent, and hopefully he continues to develop for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Take a quick look at his attributes that are actually on this card. And if you look, he has 102 contact versus righty, 95 contact versus lefty, 75 power versus righty, 58 power versus lefty. So he's going to be more of a contact hitter. He's going to have some good pop against right-handed pitching, being a left-handed batter. But against lefties, he's just not going to have a lot of pop. He's going to be more of a base hit guy. He has 93 vision, 87 discipline, 93 clutch. Take a quick look at his fielding attributes. He has 90 fielding with 66 arm strength, 70 arm accuracy, 95 reaction with 87 speed. So he's going to flag down fly balls in center field, but he has a wet noodle for an arm. 66 arm strength, that's just not what you want to see, especially in your center fielder. If I would get this card, I'd recommend putting him in left field. And I just don't think that defensively, with that arm, he's the best defensive player. He does have great vision though, great contact, so he could definitely be a top of the order type of guy, and good speed at 87. And he'll make all the plays you really need in the outfield. It might affect you maybe trying to throw a guy out at home. If you get him in right center, he's not going to be able to throw a guy out at third base probably. He reminds me a lot defensively as a faster version of the Lorenzo Cain's face of the franchise card. Other than Lorenzo Cain's right-handed, this guy's left-handed. Let's take a quick look at his quirks. His quirks are hitting machine, 20/20 vision, walker, soft hands, quick reflexes, speedster, thief, and pressure cooker. The hitting machine is going to allow him to get those base hits. The 20/20 vision will make him harder to strike out. Walker, great for check swing. So he does have 20/20 vision, walker, hitting machine. Good base hit guy, like I said. And I think the attributes with the high contact will help with that. And he has good vision. Soft hands, quick reflexes. The speedster is going to allow him to, like I said, flag down all those fly balls. So he might actually be a pretty good center fielder now that I think about it defensively with some of the quirks and the speed. It's just his arm kind of worries me a little bit. That's really what's put him at the 4 spot here compared to some of the other players, because really there's 3 outfielders in this division. So he's the worst outfielder out of the 3, but that does not mean he's bad. And he could actually be better for some people than the other 2 guys. These are my personal opinions about the rankings of the card, and I just think that compared to the other 2 cards in the division, he's the most lackluster, but that doesn't mean he's a bad card. There is clear separation between the 5th spot of ROLISON and then the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd spots, as well as the 1st spot. The top 4 are pretty close. I think the top spot's definitely the top spot, but you could pretty much interchange 2 through 4 just based on the positions that they play and what their speed is and kind of what they bring to a team. And they all play different positions of the outfield, as you'll find out further down this list. Overall, guys, he's coming in at number 4. I think he's a pretty good card. You guys should give him out a try, especially if you're an Arizona Diamondbacks fan or you need maybe a center fielder and you want to get somebody from the National League. He could be a pretty decent option. You could also try him at left field if you already have a decent center fielder. Heliot Ramos, future star, right fielder for the San Francisco Giants, 93 overall diamond, right-handed throwing, right-handed bat, is the man that comes in at number 3. His secondary positions are left field and center field, 6 foot tall, 188 pounds, pretty good size. You see him in real life, he looks like he's pretty stocky, got some good power, was checking out his highlight film earlier, and he seemed to hit a decent amount of home runs in the minors. Big, exciting prospect, I think, for the Giants in real life. With that being said, he's number 3 in the organization, 34th on Baseball Prospectus, 63rd in Baseball America. For the card, he's diamond hitting, diamond defense, and he has pretty well-rounded attributes for hitting across the board. 91 contact versus righties, 84 contact versus lefty, 81 power versus righty, 89 power versus lefty with 70 vision. The vision's a little bit lower at 70, so that's not the best. So at higher difficulties, you might not have the biggest PCI. But if you're a guy that has trouble getting up into the higher echelon of ranked seasons, or you're playing the computer a lot or events or whatever, this card I think will be great for his hitting stats being well-rounded across the board. Take a quick look at his fielding. 81 fielding, 89 arm strength, 87 arm accuracy, 78 reaction with 81 speed. Now, the reason I got him above Alek Thomas is because he has a little bit more pop in his bat, and because he plays right field and not center field. So being that he plays right field and has a pretty big arm that's accurate, that 81 speed is more than sufficient for a right fielder. Corner outfielders just do not have to be as fast as center fielders. And I just like the across the board that his hitting has that extra pop in it. I think it's going to allow him to be a little bit more aggressive. He can bat anywhere from like your 2 to 7 in the lineup. And I really like his swing. I played with his, I believe he has a bronze card in the game, if I'm not mistaken. It might be a common. It's a low-rated card. I really like his swing. I haven't got to use Alek Thomas at all in the game, so I don't really have anything to say about his swing. I have seen that other people, some like his swing, some don't like his swing. I personally like Heliot Ramos' swing, and I just think this card's very well-rounded, especially for a right fielder. Also, there's just no other right fielders, I think, in the future stars in general. And right field is a position where you just have to have a better arm, and I really like arm strength for outfielders. I know I pretty much said arm strength, arm strength, arm strength. Arm strength matters for outfielders. Trust me, a guy that's 81 fielding at 81 speed will get to pretty much the same balls that the Alek Thomas would get to that was like 87 speed and a little bit better fielding. Take a quick look at Ramos' quirks. His quirks are hitting machine, bomber, walker, sniper, pressure cooker, unbreakable. So he actually doesn't have the best quirks, which is a little bit unfortunate. But he does have the hitting machine, bomber, and walker, which I think are the big 3 hitting quirks for me. And like I said, I just really like the way this card, for the way the hitting attributes line up, minus a little bit lower vision. He just is going to have a lot of pop off his back. You get a perfect fly ball, it should go out. This is why Heliot Ramos comes in at number 3 on the list. The left field future star for the San Diego Padres, Taylor Trammell. Left-handed batter, left-handed throwing, 6'2", 215 pounds. Just absolute speedster. He has a beautiful swing in real life, and I think he's going to develop into something good. He was originally drafted by the Cincinnati Reds and got traded over to the Padres in a trade. He's their number 5 prospect within their organization. He's 69 on Baseball Prospectus, 73rd in Baseball America. At one point in time, he was top 20 in both. So this guy is a very good athlete and seems to be somebody that is going to be a star in Major League Baseball at some point in time, as long as he develops the way the scouts think he will. Take a quick look at what the card actually has to offer. Take a look at his attributes. He has 103 contact versus righty, 95 contact versus lefty, 82 power versus righty, 69 power versus lefty, 71 vision with 106 discipline, 98 clutch. Take a quick look at his fielding attributes. He has 92 fielding, 68 arm strength, 76 arm accuracy, 84 reaction, 94 speed, 94 steal, and 93 base running aggressiveness. Okay, so we just talked about how Ramos is over Alek Thomas because he has a better arm, and what the heck, hopeful. You literally just told us that arm strength, arm strength, arm strength. Well, guess where Trammell plays? He plays in left field. In left field, you do not have to have as strong of an arm compared to a center fielder or a right fielder. So arm strength is not as important. With 94 speed in left field, he might as well be a center fielder with a lollipop arm playing left field. He will flag everything and anything down that's put up in the air. He cuts down angles. Amazing in the field. The 94 speed with the 92 fielding in and of itself should be more than enough to be like, this dude is an absolute ball hawk. Now for his hitting, the 103 contact versus righty and 82 power is just absolutely filthy against right-handed pitching. Yes, he struggles a little bit more against the left-handed pitcher. However, he still has good contact, and he's an absolute threat on the base pass when he gets on there. And if he does hit like a chopper or doesn't hit the ball so well, he could still maybe get an infield single, and anything in the gap or down the line is pretty much a double. The speed that he has is just superior to Ramos and Thomas, which is why he outranks both of them. Like I said, 3 outfielders, 2 through 4. They're all very close. All 3 of them are guys that if you wanted that to be your outfield for the next couple weeks, I think you'd have a nasty outfield, to be 100% honest. You would have like your 1, 2, and 6 hitter, depending who your lineup is. Maybe your 5 hitter if you want to put Ramos at the 5, and you want to put Thomas and Trammell at 1 and 2, whichever order you want to put them in. But you could literally build your outfield out of the NL West. That's how ridiculous this division's outfield depth is when it comes to these future stars cards. Take a quick look at his quirks. His quirks are hitting machine, walker, soft hands, speedster, thief, pressure cooker, and unbreakable. So the speedster and soft hands means that he's going to, like I said, flag down those fly balls. Obviously, he doesn't have a great arm, so he's not going to have any of the arm quirks. The hitting machine and walker is going to allow him to excel at getting base hits and those check swings and walks. Unfortunately, he doesn't have bomber, but I guess because his power is less than 70 against left-handed pitching, they're not going to give him bomber quirk. I think that's the bare minimum. It might be 75 both sides for you to be eligible to get bomber. Whether or not they give it to you is like up to San Diego Studios. However, I just think this card's amazing. I think it is very, very close to the number one guy in the division. He's my pick out of the three outfielders if I had to pick just one of them. However, I can see where Alek Thomas and Heliot Ramos have an argument, but TRAMELL for me comes in at number 2. At number 1, we have the future stars starting pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers, BRUSDAR, GRATEROL, 93 overall diamond with a 5-pitch repertoire. And within their organization, he is the 5th highest ranked prospect. He's not in the top 100 in Baseball America or Baseball Prospectus. Some organizations just do no longer consider him a prospect. He's actually pitched in the Major League Baseball quite a bit for what would be considered a prospect. And he pitched originally on the Minnesota Twins. He got traded to Los Angeles Dodgers, and he was actually supposed to be part of the Mookie Betts trade in the offseason. However, they were worried that he does not have the arm stamina to be a starting pitcher long term, and that at the best he could be a long reliever or closer. And that's not what the Boston Red Sox wanted to trade for, get back in the trade, which is why that Mookie Betts deal was kind of a little iffy, back and forth going there for a little bit. Take a quick look at his pitch repertoire for the card. He has a sinker that will hit up to 99 miles an hour. He has a slider that's pretty hard that you can hit into the low 90s. He has a fastball that will go over 100 miles an hour, a changeup that goes 85 miles an hour, and a curveball that goes 83. He has a pretty good pitch repertoire. We can look at his attributes. He has 88 stamina, 100 hit per 9, 97 K per 9, 68 base on balls per 9, 79 home run per 9, 95 pitch and clutch, 79 control, 99 velo, and 92 break. This is what they were talking about, where he might be more of a relief pitcher. He has that great pitching clutch. He has nasty stuff where he Ks you. He throws extremely hard, and he just doesn't have the best control. However, this card does have a good windup. His changeup and curveball don't really move as much as you would like them to move, if I'm being honest. His sinker is not a huge moving sinker either, but does have enough downward dip where it's different from his fastball because they're about the same speed. And his slider does move a good bit. Take a quick look at his quirks. His quirks are cannon, pressure cooker, stingy, untouchable, grounded, cheesy, sinker baller, knee buckler, and the ever-coveted outlier 1. Which that means is his primary pitch can go 102 miles an hour. However, his primary pitch is sinker, so his fastball cannot go 102. Most pitchers that have outlier, their pitch can go 102. Instead, his sinker can go 100 miles an hour to 99 miles an hour instead of that like 97. So he throws a ridiculously hard sinker that I said does have a little bit differentiates a little bit from his fastball. So if you work those two pitches with the slider, he could be kind of a 3-pitch pitcher, and you could get away with some pretty good stuff. However, he does have knee buckler, so his curveball and slider are a little bit more effective. This card's just absolutely filthy on the mound. He throws it hard. If you're mixing your pitches well, you're going to get a lot of strikeouts. You're going to get a lot of people to hit ground balls. You're just going to frustrate people. This is probably one of the best Future Stars card or Team Affinity Awards they put in the game so far today. Hands down, he comes in at number 1. I don't think it's really close. In the comments below, you guys should tell me what you guys think of the rankings, or if you guys agree with the rankings or disagree with them, or where you would put these 5 guys in your order. Let me know. We can have a talk about it and discussion about it in the comments below. Also, guys, I really appreciate all the support. You should hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up so you know I'm doing a good job. Hit that notification bell so that you know whenever I upload videos. Also, if you are enjoying the content and you would like to watch me live, you can watch me on twitch.tv/HopefulChewbacca. Monday through Thursday, 8:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I also do stream sometimes Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. However, I do not have a set schedule. If you want to know when I'm going live those days, you have to follow me on Twitter at Hopeful1137. I will tweet out when I'm about to go live. Also, if you want to add me on PlayStation Network, my gamer tag is Hopeful1137. We could possibly play a friendly. If you need any advice within the game, I'm more than happy to help you guys out at any point in time when I'm on. With all that being said, I want to tell you guys to have a great day and be safe.